What was that? Hey y'all, I'm Madeline Monahan, but you can call me Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to yet another monthly wrap-up video. Today we are wrapping up the month of March. Honestly, part of me can't believe that it's April already. Like, how in the heck did that happen? And the other part of me is like, wow, I did nothing in March. I'm gonna go through once again kind of the same 3 categories that I always do: the writing, reading, and acting. And we're going to look at, honestly, probably not the best, most productive month I've had so far this year, but not bad per se. I don't know. I'll let y'all be the judge of that. Starting with writing in March, I think I got up to about 40,000 words. I think a little less than what I was hoping I would get. I would think by that point I had said that I had wanted to already be at 50,000. That did not happen. I was trying to get to that goal. I'm getting close. I think I'm at 45K right now, and that's really kind of been within the last couple days, so I'm counting that one towards April, not necessarily towards March. I had also said that I wanted to be finished with Act 2. I am not done with Act 2. I think I'm about halfway through Act 2. I'm slightly afraid I've made Act 2 really long, and I'm wondering if in my planning I had separated it a little bit unevenly, because now I'm afraid that my Act 3 is going to be really short, which I guess kind of makes sense because my Act 3 is actually part of my Act 2 for the overall story. It's the middle part of the whole story since it's a duology. So my Act 3 of book 1 and Act 1 of book 2, that's a lot of numbers there. They are the middle portion of the whole story. I don't know if that's gonna affect it in any way, if my Act 3 of book 1 is a little bit shorter, or if I need to elongate it. I'm just gonna kind of play around and plotting. I knew exactly where I wanted that switch to be, and from Act 2 to Act 3. Now I'm kind of like, I'm not sure. So as far as writing goals go for the month of April, I am planning on finishing Act 2, however long that may be. I will reach 50K, and there's a little more to it, but I'm gonna talk about that kind of towards the end of the video because it has to do with the wonderful Camp NaNo. Going on to reading, this is a category that I did not do well in at all. I know I said I wanted to try and read at least 2 books in the month of March. No, I did not read 2 books in the month of March. I looked at them. I looked at their beauty and their grace, and I thought, wow, wouldn't that be nice to sit down and read? So long story short, I have not finished Shatter Me. I actually have picked up an entirely different book, which is like, I don't know why I do this. It's like my ADHD will not let me sit through one whole book unless it's something that like I'm really captivated by, like within the first couple pages. So Shatter Me didn't really do that for me. So I think that's why I kind of wandered off. My brain was like, oh, what's that book? I'm now reading, currently, it's a book called That Dark Infinity. It's actually right there. It's called That Dark Infinity by Kate Pentecost. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Actually, let me grab it because let me show you the cover of this. How could I say no to that? For those of you who don't know, I have like this weird obsession with like skulls and skeletons and like kind of this dark aesthetic where there's also like flowers. Like for some reason the combination of skulls and flowers is just, or bones and flowers, is just very intriguing to me. So I saw that and I was like, I can't leave the store without this, I'm sorry. And the story sounded interesting, so I promise I didn't buy it just for the cover. But the cover is pretty darn cool. I did read in the month of March, I just didn't read the full books that I thought I was going to, or that I said I was going to. My goal for the month of April is to actually do what I said I was going to do in the month of March, and that's to read at least 2 books. I bought Daughter of the Pirate King, right? Because the second book is Daughter of the Siren Queen. right? I don't know. Autumn, my friend Autumn Ashley, she talks about these books all the time, and I feel so bad because I haven't read them. Autumn keeps recommending these. I'm gonna read them. Pinky promise. Yay. Alrighty, and now on to the final category, the acting category. So in the month of March, I did not do any more film projects. I just had class. And then as far as like headshots went, I got some new, because I got my hair cut. Every time you get your hair cut or change your hair, you have to update your headshots. So I've just been using placeholder headshots for a very long time. And so just over this past weekend, I just went out and took a couple placeholder headshots with the shorter hair. I'm still working towards being able to go get actual headshots. Other than that, not much happened in the month of March for acting. And I mean, that's totally cool because, you know, sometimes you have months that are like really busy and others that are like a little more chill. And I think especially after working 2 back-to-back projects in February, having kind of a break has been nice. I do actually have another project coming up in this month, next week. I'm heading up to Kentucky. That's going to be very exciting. I'm waiting on the call sheet for that one, so I know exactly where I'm going. But yes, so I will be going up to Kentucky. And again, my goals for, not March, my goals for April when it comes to acting is kind of just working on it more, doing more research, maybe start looking into not only people who do headshots and like what they charge, but also start looking into agencies and what kind of headshots they're gonna want. I know some, they want like full body shots and others are fine with just your head. So we're gonna figure that out. I think I'm gonna start taking a closer look at some of the agencies that my teachers have recommended to us, see what the requirements are for submissions. Now on to the Camp NaNo plans, because it's April and of course that means Camp NaNo has arrived. Camp NaNo is upon us. Camp NaNo is here. My plans for Camp NaNo and my goals for Camp NaNo are pretty short. I set my word count goal on the Camp NaNo website. I set that at 25K because originally it was like, I think I'm gonna say this also later in another video, but it was originally at 50,000 and I did not want it to be 50,000 since I'm almost at 50,000. I think that's kind of cheating. So I just am saying another 25K, which honestly, if it happens, it happens. If not, it doesn't. I've said this before on this channel, but I will say it again. I've adopted the motto, which is a variation of the Whose Line Is It Anyway motto, where everything's made up and the word count doesn't matter. So I still will count it for the sake of NaNoWriMo, but at the end of the day, your story is however long it wants to be. And if you make it to that end goal of 25, 50, 100K, whichever you're going for, you know, that's great. But if it feels like your story ends somewhere before that or somewhere after that, that's okay too. Having it is just kind of to help me gauge about how much I can. You made your point, sir. What were you even honking at? He's made his point and I've lost my train of thought. Remember what I was saying about ADHD? Yeah, I don't remember. Shoot. All right, well, you know, it'll come back to me at about 3 a.m. and I'll wake up and be like, aha! Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your March goals were, if you achieved them, and what you're planning for the month of April for Camp NaNo. Are you participating? And if you are, what story are you working on or what project are you working on? I would love to hear about it. I love talking projects. I love talking stories. So definitely let me know what your project is, what it's about. If you like this video, do me a huge favor and give it a big thumbs up. It really helps and I really appreciate it. And if you so choose, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And they weren't featured at all in this, but they're actually all sitting right here off camera. So if you want to see more of Sitka, Salem, and Koa, and they're all sitting in that order, definitely hit that subscribe button because you know they're going to be back on this channel in one of these videos. Thank you all again so much for watching. Good luck to you wherever you are in your writing journey, and I will see you all next time. Bye! I'm going to just do a quick little cameo. Apple. Sam. Tika. Just swap my camera.